Peacebringer, be at home.
What creatures live in waters this dark?
I've rarely had to venture this far below the surface.
Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready, and just when things were warming up.
The Underdark has a certain menacing beauty to it. I question the wisdom of that decision, but I'll be in the camp then, idling away the hours.
A vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
You! What are you doing on Gek's raft? Where's Gek? Who are you? Ha! How desperate is the cur to make an ally of a topsider? I will tell you what the sergeant told Gek. Until you have the boots, you will not cross. Come back empty-handed again, and you're feeding the fishes.
time to strike. You bow, or you break.
Where do I go from here?
I will ascend. Swift and lethal. No time to waste. I'm ready.
Another fight. Let's go. Cutting to the chase.
I am fury. I am death.
Well, so much for peace.
Victory awaits. I'm not going to last much longer.
is ready to sail.
Weapon at ready, lass. Company's calling.
What do we got here? Dead hoon walking, seems like. Got any reason I shouldn't sever your head and toss it to the Rothe?
Let's try and keep this diplomatic. I'd rather not jump into another fight quite so soon.
That's so.
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head. The Duergar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be. You ain't shitting. Felt the tingle. In that case, let's talk business. Your twat's old friend Nair caused a rockfall, trapped tighter than a hornet's arse.
Couple of known slaves stuck with him too. Little bastards.
You absolute shaggers owe us a crapload of coin. You want through? Make a donation. I'll be shagged to Shanatar. Shit's looking up. But I'm warning you, that twat soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
Seems we'll have to free Nier before we can collect the bounty on his head. Might be worth talking to some of the gnome slaves. Before they're worked to death, that is.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? Then thou must return with the proper payment. This is the price of balance. Well counted. I recommend keeping my distance for a moment. By doom and dusk I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
So, are we saving this Nier from suffocating or leaving him to die? I'm fine with either, naturally. The last thing I want to do is ruin these nails digging through rock. Gods, really? Oh, saving a drow I can understand, but saving gnomes? Oh. But if you insist on being a hero, I won't get in your way. Just don't expect me to help, either. Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk. We can't. And yet I cross the threshold like moonlight through leaves. This worm is a powerful little beast, isn't it? Oh, don't be so glum. Look at the power it's bringing us. I can walk in sunlight, trespass upon any home, manipulate minds. There isn't another vampire in the realms like me. Granted, the looming doom is an issue, but why not enjoy the benefits while we can?
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again. Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why. The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it. You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned. She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you. Surrender? A disgusting notion.
You had better warm to that notion very rapidly, or your journey ends here. We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Speak. It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still. A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others. It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor. I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland. Now, well, you've earned my respect and more still. You've proven your wits. You are efficient and dominant, in and out of battle. You've proven your courage. I swear you would tear the horns off one dragon to plunge into another. And you're hardly bland. Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end. Good. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you? Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually. With pleasure. Lead on.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves. You've got something to say? That's the spirit.
I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lae'zel and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep easier now. Well, apart from all the rest.
Relax. We'll kiss and make up on our own time. Someone prodding at a newly opened wound doesn't help matters.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her? Well, if that troubles you, perhaps you should fetch the bailiff to arrest me. Ah, but there's no bailiff here, is there? Just leagues of wilderness and the dangers lurking within. We're in this together, but I'll happily go it alone. My faith will keep me company. Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow. I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning. I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor. I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons. It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
So, have we buried the hatchet, Lae'zel?
No. Why would I bury a weapon? Is it broken?
Dead drow. Publicly displayed.
It's a metaphor.
Duergar is sending a message.
I do not know your metaphor. But if you need help digging, I will find a shovel.
I speak true, brothers. You know it in your hearts. You know it in your very souls.
We need no Lolth, no Spider Queen. Father Mermuth is the head of Clan Lur. He hatched us, raised us, feeds us.
What care we for his business here? He keeps us small, keeps us contained. We should be with the Spider Queen, revered, adored.
You've read that harming spiders is illegal among Lolth's faithful, and often punishable by death.
Father Mermuth is our past. Lolth is our future.
These spiders are loyal to the local Duergar. In the event of a fight, they will join the fray against you, with slavering enthusiasm.
Xanta, is it so?
I've heard the very same. Come, brothers, follow me into her hairy embrace.
Her embrace.
We're ready.
We follow.
Yes. Now, brothers, our new dawn awaits.
That's curious.
I'm way too big.
I've been watching you fight, Shadowheart. Your skills are improving.
My skills were just fine to begin with. You can save the compliments.
And you got me. You wouldn't survive a 10-day on your own.
10 days.
Unless you're here to kick some stiffs lakeside, I suggest you bugger off. Nah, rockfall smashed them. Can't have them stinking up the place. The half that weren't crushed are digging the true soul out of the wreckage. You gotta be kidding. These trash don't have nothing on them but rocks.
Rocks.
You spot a shiny trinket on one of the corpses.
Thank the Absolute. They're all yours. Absolute.
Deep gnomes, killed under the yoke of slavers.
With pleasure.
The scraps of a night feast.
To break bread in Shah's name, then spill blood in her
Something
name.
over there.
A sacred rite.
Would you believe I've never been with a Githyank?
One can't always be a gentleman.
I won't give in. Very well.
Talk to me. On I go.
Time to strike. My path be true.
On the victor's path, finding my way.
Lance board is set. Let's light them up.
On my way.
Can't give up. Not now.
My path be true.
No holding back. Fleet of foot.
Close at hand. With finesse.
surprised you're permitted to choose a partner outside of your own people. I can't imagine Mother Gith would approve. Doesn't she prefer us lesser species enslaved? Eviscerated?
We are to use and misuse each civilization in the stars in every way we know. I do not conquer by blade alone, Gale.
Easy.
Still alive. So that's progress.
I swear to Iron Hand. One more step, and I blow us to chunks!
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder, but the scent is acrid, as if contaminated somehow. Or much, much more concentrated.
Easy now. Let's not do anything hilarious.
Shut your mouth, Hoon, or I'll shut you down. I know what you are. One of Nia's cult goons. Sailed right in. Better to die in this shit-eat than rot in Moonrise. You want me? Come get me. Gerdal Ironhand, I have lived for you, and now I'll die for you. What the drug? You know nothing of me, damn it! Shit! I can't do it. Go on, drag me to Moonrise. I'll make you cult nutters suffer. Well, aren't you sweet? I'm not stupid, you know. No such thing in Grimforge as kind hearts. Spit out what you want, and let's be done with it. You want to barter with rune powder? Look. You have no idea what you're dealing with. Any true Iron Hand would trade their life for a grain of this stuff. It's the whole damn reason we're here, and I'm not leaving without it. But let me go. Maybe I'll spare you a vial.
Rune powder is gnomish folklore. An explosive of awesome power handed down to the gnomes by their war god, Gerdal Ironhand. A formula so dangerous it was stricken from history, if it ever existed to begin with.
Huh. We've heard the same ones, I bet. A fistful of fire that can turn cities to dust. Well, it's real. And I need to bring it back to Baldur's Gate. I'd rather my clan were with me, but the mission comes first. A vial's what I can spare you. Look, we're freedom fighters. We need this powder to prove a point. To people who really need a point proven to them. Let me go, and you'll be on the right side of history. That's all I can say. I go where there's shit to stir. And there's no shortage of options. I'm getting the rune powder back to Baldur's Gate. Alone.
I wouldn't have predicted the night you shared with our friend Lae'zel. You didn't consider it beneath you.
They were beneath me at times, but also above me and standing at certain points.
That's enough. I get the picture. Gods, do I get the picture.
Don't like strangers here. But Absolute must have took you in. Me? Who else? My spiders sussed them out of hiding, then Near taught them a thing or two, and I let them fly. Caught them sniffing around. Easy marks. Had the stench of the Toplands. Hung them here as a warning. Ain't no one drugs with Clan Flameshade. Eh? Oh, those worthless bugs. Always were the stupidest ones I ever raised. Hope the Minotaurs get them.
Hey, stick shit!
It's Skickpit.
Another stick shit?
Piss pot.
You flirt. Now jump to it. Or it's up to the lift and straight to the shadows.
A waste of a slave. He should be digging or scavenging, not serving drinks.
True soul, yeah? Tell the sergeant we won't move a pebble. Hold out your hands, Oon.
You heard the man. Let's see him.
5 working fingers, nice and bony. Prime for digging. You want Near? You claw him out. My drinking hand's busy. And you'll appreciate how few shits I have to give you. Hey! Stick shit! Where's my drink?
Coming right up, piss pot.
Stick shit talks like smug, and he wrecked that shroom village.
And then shagged it.
Here's to smug, nasty prick.
Piss off. My side? I heard the piss pot. You're a true soul, same as Near. So like I said, piss off. You're a true soul, all right. You look it. You smell it. So listen close, or I won't say it again. Piss the drug off. What about piss off, do you? Hold on. You aren't just talking shit, are you? Then shh. Keep it low. Don't let them hear you. Now, why in the hottest hells would a true soul be helping me? Fine. Let's say I believe you. You want to kill these peckers. I'm not complaining. But you better finish the job, because I'll be the one to suffer if you don't. Ain't you hearing me, prickhole? Piss off to every last hell!
Shit. You got one of Nair's moon lanterns, Jarg? One of them pixie lamps. If you're headed to Moonrise, you won't last without it.
Toplands are clogged with the Death Dark. Choke you in no time.
You daft? It's there in the name. Shadows up there black as the lower dark. A few sniffs could fell an ogre.
If the cure's in Moonrise, we should go. Nair and his lantern be damned. After all, shadows will be the least of our worries if we start to turn.
Let's just hope you're right. Otherwise, we're just aiding the enemy.
Dinking snitch. No one drugs with Clan Flameshade.
What's a fort like this doing in the Underdark?
Whoever built it, they let it rot for ages.
How peculiar. Smooth face, cobbled edges. They're a sign. They must be. A sun dweller in these parts. Look here, my topside friend. I need fresh eyes, and I doubt I'll find fresher. The rock, the rubble, all of it, if I may be so bold. Take a look. Tell me what you see, and be thorough.
Boulders and stone bricks of various sizes clutter the corridor, many split cleanly in two. Yet some walls remain fully intact. No quake brought these rocks down. They were smashed through in an instant. Something big charged through here. Something very big.
What do you think?
The statue's meandering curves and golden edges stand out against the weathered masonry behind it. Two styles, two eras. The statue was carved from newer stone and erected by latecomers to this ancient fortress.
Anything standing out?
Several glassy stones stand out in the debris. Their borders are coated with tiny yellow crystals. The hottest of flames smoothed the stone and left sulfuric crystals behind. The fires of the hells have touched Grimforge.
Incredible. An entire history risen from dirt and debris. Picture it. An ancient city, hewn from the stone by disciples of Shah, later abandoned. Untold centuries later, a new tribe revives it. Fresh walls, fresh sculptures. Until a great hell beast charges through, toppling the walls and crushing the people. Ah, that explains the infernal plate I found. Perhaps you might have use of it. But my work has only begun. There is more still to find. I must get to it.
History is carved in stone,
Human.
burned in brick.
Certainly. A god.
The most interesting secrets are always lurking just
Tired. Sleep. Rest, little one. But do not take long. I feel his shadow. I heard his name whispered. The rock shivers from the sound. The Ketheric Thorm.
The name means little to you, yet your heart pulses to its rhythm. Thorm. Thorm.
Mighty elf, cloaked in darkness. 10 masters ago, and 10 more. But I remember, there was the work, and the blood. There was the Thorm's army. There was the Hell Beast that broke them. The Ketheric Thorm's name faded into stone, until the Nier came. I outlived my mother, and her mother's mother, and many mothers beyond. Blessed to see many live, cursed to see many die. I saw tusks and flesh, smelled fire and eggs. It came with the mask men, crashing and smashing. I know not, so I say not. Yet I hear his name again, said by the shadows.
As you look at the skeletons, you realize they are all clad in the same dark armor.
Dark Justicia uniforms. These were Shah worshippers. The same as me.
Still, If whatever managed to murder a group of Sharans is still around, we had better watch our step.
Feed them better than the slaves.
You, grab a cane and whip these droognin beasts into shape. That rubble needs clearing, and my patience is hanging on by an arse whisker. Oh yeah, maybe say pretty please as well. Throw in a curtsy. Don't be soft. Something spooked the dumb shits, so stop your jawing and get to working. You got no need to know, and I got no need to tell. So get to caning or to leaving.
A slight glint catches your eye. Your eye finds the source of the gleam. A small mote of black metal. Adamantine.
Stuff's no joke. Stronger than steel. Rarer than mithril. It ain't mined. It's made. There's an adamantine forge back there, sure as shitting. Don't get any smart ideas. That forge is clan property. But get the beasts moving and I'll toss some coin your way. Go on then. Light a fire under the buggers.
This forge too.
My cane for
No more! No more pain, no more work! All must die! Yes, they made the pain. Now they feel it!
Bloody Rothe have lost it. Put them down! And the shark, too.
Death is but a word away.
Concentrate.
Battle favors the fearless. Allow me to demonstrate. Swiftly now.
My faith will protect me. On the move. May the darkness protect you.
Dwergar can't hurt anymore. We'll wait until it's safe to leave. You helped me. I helped you.
Something's off. Pure shadow. Around me. Inside me. Trap. Be cautious. Carefully.
I need healing. More than prepared. Stay vigilant. There are traps here.
Someone there? Be careful. There are traps about. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Trap.
Traps. How considerate.
Trap. Be cautious.
Traps. How considerate. Be careful. There are traps about. Traps. How considerate.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
Traps. How considerate. Let's crack it open.
trap.
Pride of the gate. Never a dull moment.
Keep your distance, darling. Oh, for a skeleton key.
A rough tempest I will raise.
I'm so tired. How do people do this all day?
Curious mask. What's it doing here? This belonged to American, one of Hell's foot soldiers. Used in forges to cast armor and weapons. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Ready and willing.
plating is all but rusted through. Enough waiting. I crave blood. Forge your blade in the fires, and raise it in the mistress's name. Forge your blade in the fires, and raise it in the mistress's name. Centuries of blazing heat have smoothed away the plaque's inscription.
Let's get going.
Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone. I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I guess it sounds...
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that. I'll be here in the...
I I've come to sate you and be sated. I lead, you follow. So you think. Let's see if you're right.
Gith train relentlessly. We know our bodies inside and out. Let me show you. Close your eyes and submit. I am ready.
You awake in pain. Your back, your hands, even your tongue ache.
It's time to rise. Dawn is upon us. Of course you did. I'm as extraordinary in bed as I am on the battlefield. My hunger is sated for now, yes. I might even lay you again, should my whims so take me. Up now. Your moment's over.
Every breath, every blink proves exhausting. A long day awaits you.
I hear you did the deed. How was your little rock? You filthy devil! I'm shocked. I thought the two of you would just flop about like dying fish and then call it a night, but no! Shows me. But you're not here to gossip. What can I do for you? Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Curious. I drained you dry. Yet your body seems no more worse for wear. Perhaps I might find use for it again. If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted. Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the Undying Queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be, say what I must be, to survive every beast I face and every wound I bear. I'll consider it if I am in need of relief. Until then, I'll enjoy watching you squirm from the anticipation of it.
What's on your mind?
With pleasure. Lead on.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important. I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. Twice over, in fact. You supported me against Lae'zel. I may not have survived that night without you. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shar, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shar, save head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shar's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable. I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shar's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come. Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shar would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind. Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
This must be the forge. What a feat of engineering it is.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want some?
Seems to be stuck. Perfect fit. Just need the materials. Seems simple enough.
Won't budge. Seems to be stuck. Seems to be stuck.
Time to rest.
Seen her run with a barrel under her arm. Just a small one, but enough to blow the drow out. Someone should grab it. Slaves are never gonna manage with pickaxes.
Can't go chasing maybes. The sergeant's our ticket in.
Oh, would you look at that, Kerr? Someone's having a listen.
A shiver runs through you. Your mind is awash with ancient resentments.
True soul, no less. What do you think, Kerr? Should we take Nir's debt off him? Yet you got that twat soul stench. If I didn't know better, I'd say a mind flayer shat a worm in your brain. Should split your head open and poke around in there if you lot don't pay up. I ain't parleying with more twat souls. Just want my coin. Your blade ready, Kerr.
Drop it, Britvar. You chop this one, and Neo won't pay a damn copper.
Fine. Spill what you want, true soul, before I choke on your stench.
The shiver returns. This time it's colder, sharper.
The stench don't lie. You're one of them. Revenge, eh? In that case, I got a proposal. Want to earn some gold? Ain't my gold I'm offering. It's the true souls. Thrin's after the Absolute's glory. That's why she's got those slaves digging for Nia. But we ain't need glory, just coin. And Nia's got plenty. Help Thrin free Nia. Then you and my chums grind him up. Whatever the spoils, we'll drop you a fat cut. You in? Good. But first, we need to take care of something. You've seen that weird orbi floating about? Knife it. And don't get caught. The cult watches through it, and we can't risk more twat souls showing up. You still standing about? Get on it. Some days back, a slave gnome bolted with smoke powder. Handy stuff. Her crew know more than they're letting on. See if you can get him to talk. Now move. You're hogging my air.
This mess. Near dies, heads roll. Faster! Heat up some rocks! Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs.
Hells. How sick must a soul be to take slaves, let alone lash them?
Move, Hoon! I don't have time for Drugnan outsiders.
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle. You hear no thoughts or memories, just an echo of scars that never healed.
A true soul, eh? Useless wreck of a lookout could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnels collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads. Place is older than bone dust. Previous tenants left a trap. Dropped a shit ton of metal once we dug a ways in. Get near out, and you'll have the Absolute's blessing. No doubting that. Thought you would. True souls don't abandon their own.
Ah, it's you. The mascot of my ill fortunes. Much as I'd love to chat, I'm not allowed social breaks. These brutes are no mere goblins. I doubt you could take them on. You will. If you are successful, that would be most convenient.
The gnomes speak in soft whispers, the words all but lost in the hot air.
We'll never get through. We need that smoke powder. Philommene's gone, and if she's smart, she won't be coming back. Tell the sergeant where she went. Baltur's still trapped with that maniac Nia. Forget the smoke powder. They'd kill Phil on the spot. I won't let you do it. She's all right. Thank the Stern himself. But the others... they'll die in that tunnel, if not by poison, then by Nir's hand.
So, you have the powder? My Beldrum will die back there. Blow up that wall, I'm begging you. Hurry! Our people won't last in that cave-in forever.
Your sister, and I'll personally rip off her head when you dig her out!
Get back! Out of the way! One spark and it'll blow.
What are you waiting for?
Beldron, can you hear me? Beldron!
A long way to go still.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Curious, perhaps. If you must know, Vlaakith require. I know. I am what I must be. Say what I must. I'll consider it if I am in need of relief.
What's on your mind? With...
I hear you did the deed. I thought... but you're not here to gossip. Lead...
Seen someone should...
Can't go...
Or would you...
A shiver.
True soul, no less. What do you think, Kerr? Should we take Nir's debt off him? If I didn't, should split your head open and poke around in there if you lot don't pay.
The shiver returned.
The stench don't lie. You're one of them. In that case, I gotta ain't my goal. But we help through whatever the spoils. Good. You've seen that knife, the cult. You still standing about? Get some days back. Her. Now move.
It's watching us.
Best to stay out of its way.
What's on your mind?
With...
I hear... I thought... but you're not here to go. Lead... Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Cute, perhaps. If you must... I know. I am what I'm... I'll consider it. One couldn't, and one shouldn't. Do as you like. The loss is not so much mine as yours. Of course you have. If I'm in the mood for a lay, I'll know who to call.
Same as the goblins had. Someone's watching.
Be wary, and do not draw its attention.
Bolted. Saw it myself. Friends still ain't caught a whiff of her. Slaves are paying the price. Seen her. Someone
can't go.
Oh, would you?
A shiver runs.
True soul, no less. What do you think, Kerr? Should we take... I ain't... If I should split your head open and poke around in there if you...
The shiver returns.
The stench don't lie. You're one of them. In that case, I ain't my... But we ain't... Whatever the spoils, we'll drop good. You've seen that? Knife it. The cult. Watch it. You still standing about? Get on it. Some days, her... Now move.
So say your chum blows near out of there. What then?
Then I'll stick near up, down, and sideways till he's more whole than flesh.
And you better...
Faster! Heat up some rocks! Let's see how the little pricks do when we strap fire to their legs.
Hells. How sick must a soul be to take slaves, let alone lash them?
Move, Hoon! I don't have time for Drugnan outsiders.
The parasites stir.
A true soul, eh? Useless wreck of a lookout could have told me. Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnels collapsed. Trapped true soul near. He's stuck in there with poisoned geezers. We don't get him out soon, it's both our heads. Place is older than bone dust. Previous tenants left a trap. Dropped a shit ton of metal once we dug a ways in. Get near out, and you'll have the Absolute's blessing. No doubting that. Thought you would. True souls don't abandon their own.
Gnomes speak in soft whispers, the words all but lost in the hot air.
I'll never get through. We need that smoke powder. Finamine's gone, and if she's smart, she won't be coming back. Tell the sergeant where she went. Baldur still trapped with that maniac near.
Forget the smoke powder. They'd kill Phil on the spot. I won't let you do it.
She's all right. Thank the Stern himself. But the others... They'll die in that tunnel, if not by poison, then by Nir's hand.
Sir, you have the powder? My Beldrum will die back there. Blow up that wall, I'm begging you. Hurry! Our people won't last in that cave-in forever.
Ah, it's you. The mascot of my ill fortunes. Much as I'd love to chat, I'm not allowed social breaks. These brutes are no mere goblins. I doubt you could take them on. You will. If you are successful, that would be most convenient.
Clean up this mess. Near dies. Roll. And that goes for novices too.
Get back.
Out of the way!
One spark and it'll blow.
Blast the thing to bits! What are you waiting for?
Baldur, can you hear me? Baldur!
Finally. Worthless slaves! Your incompetence has been my ruin!
Does not.
You care for the weak, true soul. Most curious. The Absolute demands their slaughter. Yet, here you stand, in bold defiance. A test, yes, you must be. The Absolute bade you to try Nir's faith. Thrym, carve out his heart and serve it to the Rothe. If he indeed is a true soul, let the Absolute save him.
Damn right it's time. You owe my crew a 10 days' worth of coin, Nir, and the reckoning's come.
You bargained with this wretch. How vexing. Nir is not without mercy, true soul. The rat has given you a chance to earn my favor. Strike him down. Prove your faith. Heretics. Let Nir be your end.
Got to focus.
Creator, destroyer.
Impero.
My thrall.
Never a dull moment.
This is my time. I speak, they burn.
Heretic! Never have come here.
Now is not the time. Let my name be known.
No holding back.
Need to stay focused.
Unleash me. Checkmate.
Think you can take me on?
This is my time.
What's the plan? Focus, strike true.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Freeze it, cockstench. We aren't done just yet. Nier and his absolute wanks owed us a wad of coin. And the dregs on his corpse aren't gonna pay up. And you get to slink away. Resist, and I got you. Deal's off, Shark. I told you to squish that floating eyeball. Now the damn thing's seen us put Nier down. Thanks to you, we got a cult army on our tail. Now pay up, or I bleed you dry. I wasn't asked.
Let's play. I don't fancy their chances.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Well, you did it. I shouldn't be surprised, considering our history. And yet... free. Yes. I don't know if you've heard, but some of the Iron Hand gnomes, my friend Wulbren among them, have been taken prisoner in Moonrise Towers. And so, to Moonrise Towers I go. Certainly not. In case you haven't been paying attention, my friend has been taken captive. He needs me. Ha! I was unlucky twice. The odds of it happening again are very slim. Then again, a small rest might be prudent. Give me time to think. Fine. Show me where to go, and I'll try my luck. I'll have a better chance of rescuing Wulbren if I'm at my best. And, thank you.
They're at peace now. Praise Iron Hand. Could have been you.
At least some of us are safe. Praise Iron Hand. If only there were more blessings to count.
All right, what now?
Not everyone subscribes to what...
A couple turns should do it. We're together. That's what matters.
Which way to the nearest library?
You're covered in dust. Wait. Is that a bruise there?
Well, hello.
I'm your husband. It's my job. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Moving.
Shit! What now? Shit! Up there! Forget it. I hear the land's cursed, clear to moonrise. Won't be needing this. Boy, you're a good one.
More than prepared.
These tieflings prove fragile. Never mind to end.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
I swear
That's
that
curious.
monster's gaze is following me.
Amicus animalis. Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
No, you are incapable. I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this, move. Move along! I mean...
Pity you don't see that.
I thought I had been a good teacher to you. Clearly not. You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
I owe you nothing. Goblins swarmed us like roaches while you stumbled after the past. You chose to abandon us. I chose to protect us.
Silence! The rite has been ended. I will allow you to stay, but consider yourself a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, our place in the natural order. You shall learn it all once again, right here. Backslide, and nature's fury will crush you.
As you wish, Master Halsin.
She shows great insolence, but time will humble her. And the Grove still needs her. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The Grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. If only you had come to this place in more peaceful times. You'd have been a welcome addition. Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come.
Then banish me. Peace. Enjoy it while it lasts.
You think you saved us? You just prolonged the inevitable. Sooner or later, other outsiders will bring trouble to the Grove.
Common growth spell, but altered somehow.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon. Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, the goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover. It's fair to say her intimacy is not easily won. Nevertheless, I did. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross, yet every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. Perhaps. But enticements beyond the perimeters of mortality are powerful motivators. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. I swore my ambition was only to serve her better. But she only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? I don't discredit my reasoning. Alas, that my execution was rather less sound. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. Gods, is it ever hungry?
I'm sorry, but I had to. After all, this is only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however, I will erupt. A don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I leave and put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts. We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways. That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.